What is going on, everybody? It is me. If you haven't seen Hot Cheetos and Blood, you might not know what happened to me. I'm not dead. I'm around. I'm not missing. Wasn't abducted. Wasn't kidnapped. Just really, really busy. To those that have been hitting me up, and I actually appreciate it. About, hey, when are you gonna do some more movie reviews? We're gonna do a bunch. I am gonna do break form a little bit though, and you'll see why as we start to talk about it. But we're gonna do movies 35 through 38 in this video right here, which means we might exceed 5 minutes. We will exceed 5 minutes, but so we're gonna do 2019 Escape Room. We're gonna also do 2019 Escape Room. We're gonna do 2017's Escape Room, and we're going to do 2018's No Escape Room. And you sure you're like, Craig, did you get a stroke? Like, what's the okay? You keep saying the same thing, a little bit different. No, just apparently since escape rooms have become a thing, it's just a thing they like making movies about, I suppose, which is a really, really good area, in my opinion, that you can have some fun with, but, well, let's start the review, shall we? We're going to start with the most recent one I saw. A friend of mine came over, her and I watched horror movies. 2019 Escape Room. It's an on-demand, video on-demand just came out. I'm thinking, that must be a new one that was in the theaters. So I put it on. What's the appropriate colloquialism? It sucked a bag of dicks. It was that bad. It essentially started out with 7 people having dinner, and then all of a sudden they're going to, 6 of them are going to an escape room, and then before you know it, one of them's naked in a cage, and the rest are trying to figure out how to escape. And the puzzles were either really simple or unnecessarily difficult, or didn't matter if you solved them or not, you're gonna die. Like, it was just bad. The characters, there's no one you liked in the whole freaking movie. You know, I mean, like, the one married couple, the one is cheating with him, and his girlfriend stuck in the cage, and I guess his sister and the other dude who got melted. And yes, I'm spoiling that one because it's bad. So don't see it. So the most recent one, 2019, it didn't make the theaters. 2019, the most recent one. I'm not even giving you characters because I didn't recognize anybody. Okay, so if you look at the preview and it's like, oh, they're at a dinner, and oh, look at them, one away. Just stop it. I'm going to give that one, and I gotta write these down from memory. I'm going to give that, honestly, maybe my lowest, just because how much it annoyed me. I'm gonna give that a 2.5, and it's not out of 10. It's not out of 5 people. It's out of 10. The next one we're gonna review is 2019's Escape Room. This is the one that hit the theaters. This is the one that had actors or actresses. You know, the 2 biggest that stuck out for me was Dale from Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Love that guy. Forget his name all the time. He was also in that really good CW show that only lasted 2 seasons. God, I can't remember its name. I don't know. I'm sure someone will in the comments. It also starred the redheaded vampire from True Blood. She's also the assistant in Daredevil and Punisher. She was in too. And fine. So this movie, my issue with this movie is way, way too much suspension of disbelief. Like, they knew way too many things about the people, and the kills in the rooms are way too specific, yet what if the people didn't make it to the rooms that were supposed to be there? It seems like a whole waste of time. So it's one of those movies where they ask you to swallow a lot. Now notice, I'm not spoiling it. I am going to give it a 5. I'm going to give it a flat 5, so I think it's something worth seeing. They did allude to there being a sequel. You'll see how. I don't know if that's a sequel I'm going to seek out. If you keep watching these reviews, you'll see there's a sequel I saw recently that really, yeah, anyway. So that's the one that hit the theater. So that one I give a flat 5. It's a fun watch, but way too much suspension of disbelief. Now I know we're about to hit that 5-minute mark, but again, for 4 movies we can exceed. The third one I'm going to do is 2018's No Escape Room, which, as far as I know, was a Sci-Fi release, and it was aired on the Sci-Fi channel, so it's TV-14. It's not R-rated, and I'll be honest with you, it was a fun flick. It added a lot of ghostry ideas into it, which sort of took it a new way, at least. So when you're looking at it that way, the characters were not too. There wasn't a lot of hyperbole in the characters and the stuff they did. And the end scene with the car, I liked a lot. So I would say go out and, it's on Sci-Fi if you have Sci-Fi on demand. No escape room. It's a fun watch. And since I gave the last one a 5, I'm gonna give this a 5. I'm gonna give this a 5.75 because it gets credit for not having, TV-14 is a lot harder to work with sometimes. Sci-Fi movie versus a bigger budget. But the last movie, and I'll be honest with you, I was having a conversation with some people, and they told me about this movie I didn't even know existed, because we're talking about how many movies have escape room as a title. And this is from 2017 Escape Room. And this is a perfectly done escape room film. And it has Skeet Ulrich in it. That's the big name. I didn't recognize necessarily anybody else. Doesn't mean they're not in stuff, just no one popped off to me. And the premise essentially is Skeet Ulrich steals an evil box. And he steals the evil box for ambiance in his escape room. The evil box contains an evil soul. Evil soul gets out and it gets into somebody. The person it goes into it was one of these escape rooms where they have somebody chained up in the corner. And as the time winds down, the chain slack opens and he can move further and further into it. And at first they think he's just a homeless guy in a mask, but soon you find out what he really is. I liked it. It was a lot of fun. The kills were well done. The characters, they tried real hard to appear like they know horror stuff. Like, it reminded me of another movie I saw once, which I'm doing horrible with remembering stuff, like, that had, like, actually the main killers killed based around the movies, because the person who was killed was murdered, and they thought it was a nerd, yada, yada. But in this, like, at one point, they were talking about The Thing, and he said the best remake ever was The Thing, and the guy's like, what do you mean? No. And he's like, yes, you do know The Thing in the 80s was a remake, and us horror fans, we know that. Did you? I hope you did. But anyway, I'm going to give this one, I'm going to give it a 7. Now, maybe I'm only giving it a 7 because I had to sit through the first one and even the second one, because I watched all these inside like a 2-day span. Once I found out about it. But it was just a fun movie, and the thing is, I had to actually pay to see the 2.5 and the 5 one. The other, and this one was on YouTube. So, Skeet Ulrich, Escape Room, I give it a 7. I think this comes in at my number 38 movie review for 2019. I'm going to do one other video like this that combines a few movies, but then I promise you we're going to get back to the one-to-one format. Everyone that has been checking my videos, I appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun, and we got a fun something coming up. I know I've said that before, but now that I got time and back on videos, contest will launch very, very soon. But you'll have a good day now. Talk to you later. Peace.